Hey guys, welcome to today's episode. I'm just going to be sat here just talking you through one topic that I found interesting. How I stayed motivated and how other bodybuilders stay motivated year after year after year. 5 considerations that have helped me stay motivated throughout the year and I think will help you if you're just getting started on this journey. And the first one is that motivation is not the answer. The thing I like to relate this to is brushing your teeth. Most people brush their teeth once or twice a day. If you asked anyone, including yourself, if at any point you were motivated to brush your teeth, the answer is going to be probably not really. You just brush them. It's just part of your day, whether you think you want to or not. And the same applies to many experienced like bodybuilders who train multiple days a week and eat certain foods. It's not a case of they're motivated to do that. It's just part of their day. They've just built that habit over time. I'll use myself as an example. I've been going to the gym almost every single day that I need to. Is regardless of how I felt, whether I was tired, whether I wanted to train, simply because it's just what I do. I just don't consider the alternative. And it's the same with food choices. I just automatically lean towards higher protein, relatively healthier foods. It's not motivation. I'm not sat here giving myself a pep talk like Rocky Balboa shit. It's none of that. It's literally just sticking to the habit for long enough, and before you know it, it's like brushing your teeth every single day. You have to find sources of motivation right now, but over time, as you repeat the activity, it will become a lot easier, and before you know it, you won't even be thinking about it. Number 2, you have to enjoy the process. If you just hate going to the gym, that's perfectly okay, but maybe bodybuilding just isn't for you. You have to enjoy going to the gym. You have to enjoy the monotony of following the same plan for weeks on end. If you don't enjoy the actual process of going to the gym and lifting weights, you are in for a rough ride. I love going to the gym. I love the process of lifting weights. Regardless of the results, if I didn't get results, I would probably still do it anyway. The results definitely help, but I would still enjoy the process. If you've been lifting for a few months and you just don't enjoy it at all, maybe bodybuilding just isn't for you. And that's okay. There are thousands of other activities and sports that you can do. Go and explore those. That's absolutely fine. Number 3, only make things as hard as they need to be. If you are starting out or you're within the first few years, you shouldn't be stressing too much about optimization. You need to be worrying about how to be consistent and to focus on the basics. If you are a complete beginner, you shouldn't be stressing about your carb to fat ratio. If anything, you want to be probably focusing on eating a relatively high protein diet, and that's as far as you'll need to go. As you progress through your career or progress through your lifting career, then you start worrying about the exact numbers of protein that you're eating, your fat to carbs ratio, and starting to use your experience that you've gathered so far alongside the research to maybe figure out how many carbs is best for you, or the ratio of that carbs to fats for you. If you're just coming in, you're in your first few months and someone's telling you need to have all these carbs, you've never even followed a meal structure, you don't even know how to cook, like those are all things that you shouldn't be worrying about. The other thing is be flexible. No, not that kind of flexible. Be flexible in just your integrating your goals and your fitness into your lifestyle. Having a flexible or agile mindset when it comes to training and nutrition is really going to be crucial to making sure that you can stick with this for the long term. If you're constantly stressing about holidays, nights out, dinners with your family, you're just going to drive yourself into the ground. Embracing the times of unknown is perfectly fine. You'll soon realize that when you go on holiday for 2 weeks and you don't train and you look a little bit flat when you come back, that's perfectly okay. After 2 weeks of training again, you would have forgotten all about that. What people do is they get super strict and super like this restricted mindset to what they're doing, but then the moment things start to waver, they just give up completely. If you can be flexible, embrace those times where you've fallen off plan a little bit and you're just able to get back on it, you really set yourself up nicely for success. The final thing, the most important thing, compare you to you. I was very fortunate that when I started lifting, social media wasn't a huge thing. It was only just starting out. If you start comparing yourself to other people that you see, you are just going to become so unmotivated. It's going to be untrue. You're going to see people who are so far ahead in their journey that it's almost incomprehensible in order to actually see yourself getting to their point. I've done that myself. You put a downer on yourself, whereas instead focus on you. If you focus on improving yourself from today and then improving yourself tomorrow and making small adjustments, thinking, okay, in 6 months I'm going to look better than, or I'm going to have more muscle than what I had now, that's going to really set you up for success. But if you do the alternative and you're thinking, that guy's leaner than me, he's got 20 pounds more muscle than me, it can just make the whole process miserable. You're just going to burn yourself out, because every time that like you make a small amount of progress, you hit a new personal record on bench press. You can go into your social media and see 1,000 people all doing double your weight. It's such an individual journey, yet it's very easy, especially with social media, to be influenced by all these external factors. You can think, well, I might not look as big as them, I can look a whole lot better than what I do now. Having that mindset of improving yourself versus trying to catch up to other people or to beat other people is what separates the people who stick at this for 12 months versus the people who stick at this for 12, 20 years. I've just passed my 11th year of training. I still compare myself to others, and each time I get nothing positive out of it. If you want to set yourself up for success and stay motivated for year after year after year, avoid comparing yourself to other people and focus on improving yourself. They are my 5 tips that I think if you want to stay motivated year after year after year, you should be following. If you got any more, get them below. See you in the next video.